Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So 11, 15, 18, 25, 22. My juice little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright, yes. So it's nearly 10 past 2 p.m. in our old England, my delicious little babies. And the zums have been going up all day. My delicious little babies, okay? This has been since the early hours of this morning. My delicious little babies, okay? It is rather chilly out there, no wind. And there was some blue sky. There's very little now, my delicious babies. And they did 2 A's. So it was 1 A early this morning. It's an actual capital letter A, my delicious babies. Okay, they're not long ago because I was just making my prawn curry, my delicious babies. It's done now. Anyway, it's very delish. They did another one. My delicious little babies, so that's 2. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay. So I'm not sure why they keep doing the 2 A's. Well, it was 2 today. One yesterday. So yeah, and then another one went up, and it sort of did like that shape, like a half moon. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I don't know what the flipping playing at, my delicious little babies. Okay, but what I will say is, I mean, how nobody can see. Well, I do know that there are ones, bless, not in that way, who can see, uploaders and everything. Okay, but of course, there's many who very sadly cannot see. I'm just not too sure how they cannot see. My delicious little babies, it's there in our birth traces and all sorts of, chemicals coming out of these zazums. Do you know what I mean? Which, of course, is illegal. I've seen plenty of videos to do with all of this, my delicious little babies, and it is illegal. So why are they doing this, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? Well, of course, the ones who are flying these zums, well, they're flipping brain dead. Anyway, my delicious little babies, do you see what I'm saying? Well, they must be brain dead because they're poisoning their damn selves as well, my delicious little babies, and their families, should they have families. Flipping thick as sharp, man. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so just a couple of bits of information today, my little beautifuls, okay, talking about the zazums. So this one's on BitChute, my delicious little babies, okay. This uploader happens to have 4,011 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay. Now then, the uploader, the search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, Danny with a capital D, so DANR, Danny, and then space, capital P, Passer, PASER. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the uploader, okay? Now, this video, what is it? 1 hour 44. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And hold on, it's the videos with, what's his name now? Is it Michael Jacker? Anyway, I know him because I've seen loads of videos of Michael Jacker. I'm pretty sure, is it Michael Jacker? Oh, anyway, my delicious little babies. The point is, the video is 1 hour and just over 44 minutes long, my delicious little babies. Okay, so yes, it is a fairly long video, but please, should anybody have a little bit of time out the day or not, even if you have to stop it and then go back to listen to it, my delicious little babies, please do, because we're really doing our best, there we are, to make others aware, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, as we very well know, YouTube is blocking me at every flipping avenue I go down, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, So the video should read, chemtrails, who's involved, what are they doing and why? Is it harming us? Can we stop them and how? Okay, my delicious little babies, so we just need to repeat that again for you, shall I? Chemtrails, who's involved? What are they doing and why? Is it harming us? Can we stop them and how? Yes, my delicious little babies, okay? Because, you know, at the end of the day, we haven't given any consent. See, there's another one just gone up. Okay, my delicious little babies, this has been happening all day, my delicious little babies, okay? This is not just, you know, 5 minutes or something like this. No. You've got like 3 or 4 going up, my delicious little babies, okay? And, well, it's very clear, isn't it? They're effing around with the weather, my delicious little babies, okay? And it's not just our country. I mean, this has been going on big time. I'll tell you who was talking about this a lot as well, bless him. And he was getting really peed off. Will Space Paranormal on BitChute, my delicious little babies. He was taking all the footage of just how bad it was. I mean, it was literally covering the sky. These are taking a complete effing pee, man. Big times. And it's happening in all different countries, my delicious little babies. Okay, it's not just in, you know, 1 or 2 countries now. There we are, in a lot of countries, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying, okay? And I've talked about this before, you know, where there's been other, and that doesn't mean no, you know, where there's been other uploaders. And I said about that woman, bless her, with a family and a little young little babies, you know, and she took her samples, you know, to get samples, you know, of, you know, what all this is, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? She actually spoke to one of these pilots, my delicious little babies. I did say in one of my videos, I gave the information, there we are, where to go, where to look. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, because this is getting, you know, beyond, I mean, this is no joke. See, there's another one there, look. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, how ones cannot see, though? It's just beyond me, my delicious little babies. You know, I talk to most and they're just not aware of this at all. I'm really baffled as to how that can be, my delicious little babies, anyway. So well worth a listen anyway. Well, I've just started, to be fair, to listen to this, okay? So I am liking what I am hearing at the start of the video, my delicious little babies, okay? So I will continue to listen to the rest of it. Yes, there we are. Yes, I will, okay? Because me, myself, personally, I find this important. This is very important. They shouldn't be effing around with anybody's weather in any country, my delicious little babies. No, they should not, because it affects everything. You know, what about ones who have, there we are, bless them, breathing issues, breathing problems, my delicious little babies? Okay, what about our beautiful little babies, our beautiful little sons and daughters, who we call our sons and daughters? What about our plant life, our tree life? You know, with flowers, grass, everything. My delicious little babies, okay? They're affecting everything. They're affecting our beautiful little birdies and our beautiful, you know, little creatures, squirrels, little rats, little bees, little butterflies, everything. And that's something else, my delicious little babies, that I haven't seen a lot of, is butterflies. My delicious little babies, okay? That's just reminded me, I haven't seen a lot of butterflies at all, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Okay, whereas usually, there we are, you would see, it's like they used to use an old-fashioned saying that the first white butterfly that one would see would usually bring a lot of luck. But I do not even feel that I've seen that. And, you know, is it of spring? Could be the first white butterfly of spring that you see, yes. But I've hardly seen any at all, my delicious little babies. You've got a few little bees and a few little wasps going around, but no. I mean, you're not seeing nowhere near as many, you know, like you used to get little worms and all sorts of little creatures, great and small. You're not seeing so much of those either, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? So something is happening, isn't it? And it is affecting everything. Do you see what I mean? All of us, you know, in our nature. Do you know what I mean? I just see a whole lot, my delicious little babies. It's been wicked and putrid now. There's no need for any of this. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. So yeah. Oh, and I've seen another video, but it was a really short one. But well, basically, what was it talking about? Where Bill Gates said that he was going to, to be putting, into the food and everything. I mean, they've already been injecting, oh, bless our beautiful little cows, for how long? Supposedly against pneumonia, my delicious little babies, of course, as we very well know. That means that, for those who eat meat, poor beautiful little cows. I love the beautiful little cows and the little saucer ass. Well, of course, it would then be the injectable would be in the meat. It's ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. And also in the milk, it's affecting everything, my delicious little babies, okay? But what right has somebody got, to just be tampering with the food now and tampering with different things, my delicious little babies? Do you know what I mean? Nobody's got a right to do that at all. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So anyway, I could say more. I'm just going to not say much more because I get too flipping damn angry and vexed, my delicious little babies, because it just pees me off. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so the final one, my delicious little babies. Oh, and just to let you know, there appears to be an issue. Is it with it's called white fish. Okay, my delicious little babies, because I noticed that they were selling it rather a lot in the supermarkets. When did I try it? Was it a few years ago? And I tried it, and you know what? I never liked it, It just, well, number one, it was just tasteless. It tasted of absolutely nothing. And when you cut the bag to open it, it doesn't smell very nice either, my delicious little babies, okay? So anyway, so when I bought my beautiful little Maisie, and a beautiful little chin up the road with a beautiful little family, she's been in today to come and have a bite to eat and come and say hello, bless her. Well, I bought, like a mixture from, where is it from, Waitrose, and, well, anyway, it's like, wet meat, and the one that my beautiful little Maze was keeping away from was the white fish one. My delicious little baby's okay. She would eat the others, but not the white fish. Okay, my delicious little baby's okay. And something else as well. When I put a beautiful little Barney the fox, his little family and friends, and I put them out something to eat. And then I'll put some light little biscuits. So they ate the others. Okay, they ate those, but they left a specific one, and that was from out the Waitrose batch that I got as well. My delicious little babies. Then we hop over to Aldi's now, and they sell they're like called marrow rolls, like from my beautiful little Ruby Tuesday, and then I'd share them, and give our beautiful little Barney the fox some of these. But I've noticed lately, okay, that these marrow rolls are looking a lot darker in the centre. Okay, our beautiful little Barney, you know what I mean, and little family and friends left them twice. My delicious little baby is just the same as the other. Do you see what I mean? So what is in it? So what I've done is I have stopped buying those biscuits, my delicious little babies, the marrow rolls. And all I'm doing now is I'm doing my best not to give, our beautiful little Rosie, beautiful little Barney's, himself and his family and friends, those biscuits either, my delicious little babies, okay? And what little Barney actually also done, my delicious little babies, okay, was with the marrow roll, did a little number 2 right next to it. Mad, delicious little babies, okay? As if to say, what is this effing shart? Do you see what I mean? Mad, delicious little babies, okay? But yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know, mad, delicious little babies, okay? So we need to look at. Now, I was talking long time now about, you know, that they were putting some of this crushed up insect, you know, and they was put it into different things now. Do you see what I mean? And this is not just one place, my delicious little babies. Okay, they're doing it in quite a few. There we are, my delicious little babies. You know what I mean? But the thing is, with our beautiful little babies, there we are. They know, but I'm not sure what it is about the white fish, but just don't like it. And like even like with my beautiful little Rubes, you know, sometimes because you know if our beautiful little Maisie's food smells nasty, then she will want some. But when I put it down for her, she wouldn't touch it either. So there we are. So what is it about the white fish, my delicious little babies? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. It's not that I'm, you know, putting down the supermarkets, because I'm not, but I'm just wondering what else are they doing, my delicious little babies. And I noticed as well with the bleach as well, my delicious little babies, because I use it like for my cups and, you know, things like that now then, okay? And I noticed that the bleach, sorry, see, I'm stumbling there, it's a lot thinner. It's like pea water, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? That's from Waitrose. So what are they doing? There we are. Do you see what I'm saying? So you've got to look at what these different supermarkets are doing. But like I've just said, it's not just one. There appears to be a number. Do you know what I mean? So what the hell is going on? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, okay. So it's becoming more and more blatant, it seems, doesn't it, my delicious little babies, okay? You know, what shall we say? There we are, cutting corners. So they still want the ka-ching, 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 you know what I mean? But they're cutting corners, do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, and it's not just one, like I just said. Now then, my delicious little babies, so this final one is on our, you know, our lovely, not in that way, our lovely davidark.com. So David, capital D, Ark, capital R. So, you know, his first and his surname together, and then .com. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And the video that you're looking for, mind you, there's lots of different videos to look at, bless. And with their iconic, with his dear little sons, Gareth, Jamie, and the dear little friend, Richard, okay? So there's lots for you to take a look at, and like I say, not in that way, but very interesting. Lots of different articles. Should one wish to have a read through, my delicious little babies, okay? But this one here is something I would like you to listen to, my delicious little babies. I think it must be about 20 odd minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? I listened to it this morning, my delicious little babies, and the video should read, the woman who withheld council tax, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? The woman who withheld council tax. Okay, so now I'm going to close my book. We must remember to go backwards, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, so that's that. You know, to the parts where we need to go backwards too. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now I'll just quickly tell you about this. So what's happened is basically the old Bill came round to this woman's home. You know, I call them the old Bill, you know, some do, you know, call them the old Bill, you know, the coppers, okay, police. And anyway, and this is all to do with, you know, and because she hasn't paid a council tax for, is it past 5 years? So she hasn't paid her council tax, my little babies. Anyway, so she was there educating the old Bill, my little babies, okay? Now, you know, yes, she did swear on occasions, my delicious little babies, okay? And you could hear like the old Bill, you know, calling, you know, saying that that is offensive, my delicious little babies, okay? Well, what my thoughts was when I was listening to this, because, you know, I was listening to what your dear woman there was saying, my delicious little babies, okay? I just thought to myself, well, how much of the old Bill do we all swear to oblivion? Do you understand what I mean, okay? So really, that's, you know, that in itself, you know what I mean, is pathetic. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, but she was done explaining it to them. And what it is, she keeps sending, so every time that they, they're asking for, the ka-ching, 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 to pay the council tax now, she said, well, what I'm asking them is what are they spending it on? Now, they are unable to give any sort of answer to that, Madelish Little Babies. Now, I've been talking about, there we are, on and off, over the past over a couple of years, well over a couple of years, to do the council tax in some of my videos, my delicious little babies, and and I've also had it myself, because for myself, I haven't paid the council tax in how long? Because I already know, there we are, what they're using it for, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? And not only that, look at all of the bins piling up. You know what I mean? I mean, they haven't came last week for our rubbish, so everybody's got the bins out, but then I've got black bin liner of flipping rubbish out the back, and I'm soon going to have another flipping black bin liner. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. And then the other side of it as well is that, in our Brummie land, is that they are sacking some. Now, I do know, because I did speak to somebody actually to do like with bin men, okay? And what they were trying to do, I'm pretty sure I said it on another video, okay, is that, well, basically what it is, they want to get the recycling bin men down to 200, okay, which means that they're going to be letting others go, very sadly, so then, they're back, bless them, to the job centre, my delicious little babies, do you know what I mean, okay? And imagine how many there we are have families, do you see what I mean, okay? So the point of the matter is, my delicious little babies, is that, well, you will find that this dear woman is, she's not the only one, my delicious little babies, okay? You'll find that there we are, there are rather quite a few who are not paying it, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Because at the end of the day, the way that I see it is, nobody has, oh, the sun's out a bit, has, well, we haven't signed a contract. I do not ever recall, signing on the dotted line to pay council tax, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Okay. But this dear woman now, bless her, and of course not in that way, bless her. Do you know what I mean? But she was done telling the old bill, And the fact of the matter is, they couldn't really say anything, because there we are. You cannot say anything if you know that there we are, somebody else has done all their damn research now, and they're correcting what they're saying. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. Oh, yes, but she really had her say, my delicious little babies. Oh, yes, she did. If you please and thank you, take a listen. Do you know what I mean? Okay. But yes, because at the end of the day, I mean, when I was born, my name was not all in capitals, my delicious little babies. No, it wasn't. Not at all, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so they just basically, they put this on you, they put that on you. They say, oh, you've got to pay this, you've got to pay that. Well, hold on a second. So you're paying council tax, okay, for bin strikes, okay, which have gone on, there we are, for flipping decades. You're paying council tax of, there we are, potholes in the road. I mean, I could take a number of photographs and footage, my delicious babies, of different potholes. So what exactly, again, are they spending a ka-ching on? There we are, well, Anna and that dear woman, nurse bless, and so do many others, there we are, know what it is going on, my delicious babies, and I just do not want to be a part of that. No, I do not. And I mean, we've had, like in our old England, where, I mean, this bedroom tax, well, this was brought out some years ago now, my delicious babies, okay? And I mean, for some, this is just figure of speech. I do not mean this literally, but for some, bless them, it's there we are, absolutely crippling them. Do you understand what I mean? Because not only are they having to pay the rent, but then on top of that, if you've got an extra bedroom, then you've got to there we are, pay that tax. So if you've got an extra 2 rooms, there we are, you've got to pay that that tax for that, bedroom tax, Madelish babies. Okay, so there's an awful lot, there we are, bless them, where they just couldn't afford it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what do you do? Do you pay your bills, or do you get your food to live? Or, what do you do? This is what they've been doing. I mean, it's really horrible. I mean, for some, bless their beautiful, dear little souls, okay? I mean, they don't know where to turn. I mean, I remember decades ago, we never had food banks. Never had none of that, Madelish babies, ever. But you're finding ones, for some, where they're needing, bless them, to go to a food bank. I mean, this is absolutely flipping mental, man. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. But it's like they just want everything, every single thing, guys. It'd be very interesting, actually. It will be very interesting to see how many are paying this because they've upped it. And there's many, there we are, who are complaining about this, Madelish babies. Do you see what I'm saying? But it'd be very interesting to see exactly how many, there we are paying this council tax, especially with it going up as well. And of course, then putting the water up as well, putting everything up. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, there we are, water's free, isn't it? So like, say, for example, you say to yourself, okay, well, again, we have another issue, because the fact is, you're paying for water, okay, that's also poisoned. My delicious little babies. I mean, since 1964 in our Old England, in Birmingham, where I live, in Old England, my delicious little babies, okay, since 1964, they've been putting chloride in the water. Fluoride, sorry, my delicious little babies, in our water. And like in some parts of England, like in, like in Hull, my delicious little babies, okay, the water there is really, really hard. It's, they call it hard water. And, sorry, excuse me. And with this water, it just tastes vile. Just tastes absolutely vile, and it stains all of the glasses and everything, and it's flipping very annoying to, you've got to really scrub it to get it off. And that's been happening in Hull for decades now, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so did anybody ask to have fluoride in the water? No, they never. My delicious little babies. I was just stumbling again then. Do you see what I mean? And then they have the audacity. Okay, if they were to say, okay, we will remove any bad toxins in the water, so that it gets to our customers and that we have nice, clean water. Well, nobody would, worry about that or paying a bit of ka-ching, you know what I mean? Just like the council tax, if they was to do everything that they claim and do not do, my delicious babies, okay, then ones that then say, okay, well, we pay so much for the bin men. It's all ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense in my view. I've been done there, we are saying this for years, Nobody would mind. Do you know what I mean, okay? But not with the damn games now then that they're playing, no. Do you see what I mean, okay? And when you look at it, it is like a mafia. I've been long time done saying this, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? It's like we've been run by a mafia. Oh, and then I've got to tell you this as well. So on BitChute, my delicious little babies, okay? He's on YouTube as well, my delicious little babies. I haven't mentioned him for quite a while. I think he's up to now 22,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, on BitChute, my delicious little babies. And he actually said on one of his most recent videos, is it today, that his numbers have gone up on YouTube as well, my delicious little babies. Sanity, capital N, Sanity, then a number 4, then a capital S, Sweden. Okay, so it's all together, the letter, the words and the number, Mads Lishlik Babies. Then space, but bit shooter, then you should have reached your destination, or you can also find him in the old space bar in YouTube, Mads Lishlik Babies. Okay? And he did a 3-minute, just over 3-minute video, Mads Lishlik Babies. Okay? And what he's talking about is there's a woman there on, on the WEF, the World Economic Forum, Mads Lishlik Babies. Okay? And what was it she was saying? That the elites, that they trust each other more and more, Mads Lishlik Babies. But then what she was talking about is that in other parts of the world, that let's just say that there is a lack of trust, like us, mankind, in the world, that there appears to be a lack of trust when it comes to the elites, okay? What's Sanity for Sweden called the elites? He says, well, what can we call them? So he calls them, there we are, retards. Okay, Mads Lishlik Babies. I mean, I personally do not like that word retard. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, because it can be rather, I suppose in certain circumstances, a rather offensive word, Mads Lishlik Babies. That's just my view. I've just never liked that word, Mads Lishlik Babies. Okay. But he's called them retards, Mads Lishlik Babies. But then, so saying that, I mean, at the end of the day, Mads Lishlik Babies, he's well, what he's pointing out, and of course your woman there on the stage. I've just watched 27 seconds of it, Mads Lishlik Babies. Okay. Well, it's telling it, isn't it? I mean, come on. I mean, with what they did, my delicious little babies, okay? You're not going to have a lot of trust, are you, my delicious little babies, okay? And to do with the lockdowns and everything, my delicious little babies, do you know what I mean? How do they expect ones to be? Simple things, just asking. Do you see what I'm saying? I certainly do not trust them, my delicious little babies. No, I do not. Do you know what I mean? Okay? And anyway, and I was listening as well to another one, which is to do with what's her name? Sarah Westall, bless her. Again, not in that way with anybody. And she was talking to her guest on BitChute, Mads Lishlik Babies. I never needed to stumble there. And that was a really good convo. I think it was nearly 50 minutes long or something. That was a really good conversation, okay? That was the latest video that she's uploaded. And what they were talking about is the AI and different things now, okay? So, I'm just trying my best to keep myself up to date. But please, if you could please just take a little bit of time out your day on that, and please listen to, those 2 videos that I've advertised today, Mads Lishlik Babies, okay? Because, something needs to be done about this. I mean, look at the sky now. You know what I mean? They've just put another one up there. That one's a fresh one as well. And now the sky looks all kind of wishy-washy. There's like a couple of little blobs of blue sky, a little bit of sunshine, Mads Lishlik Babies, okay? Well, it shouldn't look like that. So it's looking like that up there. What is it doing to down here? Mads Lishlik Babies. I'm just asking a question. Ding, ding, dong, dong. A common sense question to ask. Do you see what I mean? Mads Lishlik Babies. Anyway, so until my next video, thank you for any views, for any likes, and for the occasional comments. Thank you so very much, okay? And I hope that, that you do find the information that I hand out, that you do find it informative. And if you do, and you do feel it, those videos will help even somebody else, could you please pass them on? And thank you. I would be so very thankful and grateful. Do you see what I mean? Because all we're trying to do is just to make myself and thousands of other uploaders, there we are, just to make ones aware, of these different things that are going on now, my delicious little babies, okay? So wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunny. bunnies, okay? And you just please take care of yourselves and please try to take care of others. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected, okay? So please have a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world. So much love. Thank you once again for listening. Goodbye.